Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and this is the 14th video of VMware VCP 5.5 vSphere running. And in this video I am going to show you how to create and deploy VMware distributed switch on ESX host. So let's have some idea about my DEM environment. So in my DEM environment I have one domain controller, which is Win2K12 DC01, which is my Active Directory domain controller. Here you can see I have installed Active Directory and DNS role on this server, and my domain server name is Win2K12 DC01, and my domain name is victorinfosol.com. so just give a second to check out. Here it is, victorinfosol.com, and my server name. So, and the second server is my vCenter server, which is vCenter 01. If you want to see, here it is, and I have logged in my vCenter infrastructure here, vSphere web client. I have installed like all the vCenter component here, and the vSphere web client is also installed, vSphere client is also installed, and I have logged in my vCenter web client. And the second is I have two ESX hosts, ESX1 and ESX2. Both are joined in my host in my vCenter server under the India data center. You can see ESX1 and ESX2 here, and here is the ESX, both ESX is running. And the last one is my MyStarving application, which is providing the learns and data store to my both the ESX hosts. It's running on my physical machine. If you want to check out, here you can check 3 days coming from my MyStarving, and it's mapped with ESX1 and ESX2. If you want to check out, you can check out here. ESX1 related objects, go to data stores. Here you can see learn 0, 1 and 2 coming from my MyStarving application. So a step-by-step task to create and deploy distributed systems. So the first thing we need to do, we need to create a new distributed switch. So I am going to create a new distributed switch. For this I have to first go to home. Then there are multiple options to create, but I am going to click on host and cluster. And here you can see under the action we have create new distributed switch. So I'm going to click here, new distributed switch, and here you have to type the name. So I'm going to use prod ds switch and click next. And here is the specify the version of ESX host which can use this distributed switch. So in my environment both the ESX hosts are using 5.5. you can see VMware ESX 5.5. either you can select whatever is as per your requirement. So for me it's perfectly fine with go with the distributed switch 5.5.0. so let's go and click next, and here you can see number of uplinks which I want to participate in this distributed switch. So you can make it like 6, like 8, whatever, it's depend on your requirement. For me I'm going to use 4 uplinks, 2 links for my management, as I am currently using on standard switches, and I want to migrate those standard switches in my distributed switches for management purpose, and 2 basically for virtual machines connectivity. So here it is, and we have option to create a default port group. If you don't want to create, just uncheck and create next time. So here you can see we have option, we have task to create a distributed source for port group. So I will do it later on, as I have to create two distributed port group. So I am going to create one here, and this is called, like you can say, DSW and management, MGMT, click next, and we have suggested next action. You can see new distributed port groups and add a new managed host. So we have created one default port group, which is DSW management. So good to go, and click finish. And now you can see starting task, and it is running now. So it takes some time. Once the task is finished, we go ahead and check the properties of distributor switches and will modify the settings. So just wait for a few seconds. So production DS switches task is completed. We have created vSphere, distributed switch, updated network IO control, everything is done. So if you want to check out, just click on here, networking. So under the networking, we have our data center India, and just expand it. We have our prod D switches created here, and if you expand, you can see the management port group which we have created during the creation of distributed switch, and we have some uplink settings here. So everything seems good, and now click on prod D switch. And this is the definition. What is the distributed switch? Close it, and just click on manage. So here is the setting. You can see we have created one port group and all four links which is mapped with here, so we can say it. And now the second task is rename the uplink for distributed switch. So for renaming these links, I am going to click on here, edit distributed port group settings. You can go ahead and click. So this is related to production switch, so we have to click here. It will give you option edit distributed switch settings, so I have to click on here. And here you can see if you want to increase the number, we can increase right away. The leave is default for now, and update edit uplink names. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to assign name MGMT01 and copy it and make it 2. And here we have to click like VM. You can say VM network 01, copy it, paste and make it 2. So we have just rename the links uplink, so it is easy to verify and identify the name and what is the work of ports. So good to go, and click OK. Updating port profile done, and just need to refresh, or it is automatic refresh. So we have 4 ports and all the rename, we have done the renaming. And next is create a distribution switch port group. So I'm going to create one distributed switch port group more for my VM network. So just click, first select the switch, then we need to go ahead and click on here, create a new distributed port group. So click, and I'm going to call it, so you can see here we have DSW management, and I'm going to name it like DSW and VM network. That's all. Click next, and here we have an option for port banding. Leave it to static banding, And elastic means you can say elastic port group automatically increase or decrease number of ports as needed. So if for initially it's set to 8, if you want to set it 10 or whatever as per your requirement, you can set it. But if you go to fixed, then it will fix your port group number, or like you can use only 128 virtual machine for this port group. And after, if you are going to create virtual machine after this, it is not going to allow us. And if elastic, if like we have used 8 virtual machine for this, and for this port group it is automatically increase the number of port groups. So good to know, and click next, and just seems everything fine. Click on finish. So we have 2 ports group, DSW management and DSW VM network. So the next task is assigning uplink to distributed switch port group. So we are going to do it. Click on any of the switch and edit distributed group port group settings, and we have to go to teaming and failover. So this is for management, so we need to only assign the active uplinks for management, either both VM network. I am going to put it in unused uplink. So for now you can see all the 4 NICs are updated, connected with DS management. So I have changed, but need to click on refresh. Just click on refresh, so you can see the only both management port is connected with uplink is connected with this switch DS management. Here you can see only the management NIC adapter are connected with port group DSW management. Same going to do it here. You can see 4 NICs are there. So edit and go to teaming and failover, and just move management to unused uplinks. Click OK, and reconfiguring has been done. Just click on refresh button. So here you can see we are done with modifying the settings, and our next task is add ESX host to distributed switches. So for this we have a small icon here, you can see. Click on it, and here we have option add and manage host. So we have add host, add a new host to this distribution switch, which I am going to do right now. So click next, and here is the option select the host. I have 2 hosts in my like data center, ESX01 and ESX02. So I'm going to select both the options. Click next, and here we have option what need to be mapped with this distribution switch. So manage physical host, add physical network adapter to distribution switch, and assign them a uplink and remove the existing one. So this is basically the setting. Whatever is right now in use in my, like you can say in my ESX host, it's going to give us option to map those VM NICs or physical ports to my VM kernel and distributed switches. So yes, I want to do this and manage VM adapters. So like yes, I want to manage the VM kernel ports to assign with my distribution switch. So I'm going to select both options, and also I want to migrate the virtual machine networking for now. Like after the creating distribution port group, I want to assign my VM to this port group which we have created on distribution switch. So seems everything good. Go with the top 3 options. Click next. So here you can see we need to assign the ports here, and if you go manage physical network adapters, so for now my vSwitch01, which is standard switch, is using for, like you can say, for my management traffic. So I'm going to assign it to my management. You can see in use by switch vSwitch0, which is a standard uplink management 1 I have assigned to, and port group port switch this. Seems everything good, and assign the second one here. And I'm not going to touch vSwitch 01, which is because this is connected with my ESXi traffic. So I'm going to select 4 and 5, assign them to VM network, and with the 5 as well as. So 2 NICs for management, 2 NICs for VM network, and leave it switch vSwitch 1 as it is. So going to do same on my ESX02. So assign uplink, management, and switch 0 VM NIC 1 also with management. Don't touch the second, and assign to network 1. Now select 5 and assign it to VM network 5. So seems everything good. We have not touched the ESXi network switches, so good. Just click on next. So here you can see some warning. VM kernel network adapter is warning sign might lost network connectivity. So yes, we may lose connectivity with our ESX host because the vSwitch 01 is our management network and it's not yet migrated. So I'm going to assign it to port group for migration. So I want to migrate my management traffic to DSW and management. So good, we are done. We can see source port group management network and the destination DSW management. So good, and same do it on my second ESX host. So both the existing management network will be migrated to distributed switches, which is DSW and management group, port management group. And good, just click on next, and it's analyzing the impact like ESXi traffic. So it's giving us no impact because I have not touched any switches which is connected to my ESX host for traffic for data store connectivity. So good to know. Click next, and here you can see we have some network adapter not in currently valid port group. So I'm going to assign port group, and I'm going to assign it to my VM network. Click next. So here you can see host added 2 and physical network adapter 8 because I have used 4 NICs on both ESX hosts. So it's 4 into 2 is equal to 8, and reassign VM network adapter, yes, 2 because I'm migrating my management network to my distributed management network, and virtual machine adapter is of course 1. I have only 1 virtual machine. So good to go. Click on finish, and now you can see manage host network on distribution switches. So task is running. Once it's complete, you can see what's going on and what changes has been done on my both the ESX host. It is a part of distributed switch and not. So give it some time, it will run and bring the ESX host back to manage back to vCenter infrastructure, because it's like something deleting those standard switches, making the part of those switches in those ESX hosts in my like production switches, which is DW switches. And you can see configuration virtual machine done, network is everything seems done, ESX01, 02. So just go on data store, data center, and here you can see ESX01, and now go to networks. You can go to networks and you can check this DS management is there, network is there, everything is there. So distributed switch are mapped with our ESX host, and if you want to check out from here, just go to manage network, virtual switches, you can see, and here's the all information which we are looking for, like management switches, DSW management, it's mapped with management 0, which we have just renamed in the time of creating switches port groups. And here you can see VM network, so seems everything good. And with the vSwitch 0, you can see no physical adapter network mapped, and one, of course, we are routing the traffic, ISXi traffic here, so it's just good to know our ESX host is now a part of distributed switches. And if you want to check out on virtual machine, so you can check out by click edit setting. So you can see network adapter 1, it's DSW VM network coming from production D switch. So same you can verify on our second ESX host. Same setting has been mapped here for switch 1, standard switch 1, standard switch 0, no physical adapter map, and ES switch also. And if you go here, you can see, so on a summary page you can see the port capacity, and if you go here little bit, you can see the network, 3 networks, host 2, virtual machine. I have only 1 virtual machine assigned to this, so this is all the things. And you can see here features what is supported with this distributed switches, and the manufacturer and version I am using 5.0. and later if you want to modify any setting, you can just modify from here. It will automatically reflect to all the ESX hosts which is the part of this distributed switch. So all done. So we have verified the distributed switches on ESX host on virtual machine. So all done, and thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any question or query related to this, please post me on my given mail ID. Thank you once again. Bye bye.